most business owners are all faced with the exact same dilemma. 74% of businesses fail in their first 4 years of business. And the number one reason is really due to a lack of funding. And now many people will tell you a lot of different reasons why businesses fail, but it typically always boils back down to funding. And so if they say, hey, we didn't get enough marketing done, well, maybe that was because you didn't have the funding for the marketing, or we didn't have enough, employees. Well, maybe they didn't have the funding to staff, correctly. And so most businesses fail within the first 4 years, and 74% is a pretty staggering statistic. Business owners most often use their personal assets, credit, and cash in order to launch a business. And so when a business fails and you've used your own personal credit and your own personal cash flow to launch that business, then in essence you failed as well. And so with such a high percentage of businesses failing, it's really a position that you really don't want to find yourself being in, as someone who's looking to venture out and go into the wonderful world of business ownership. And so today, banks deny roughly 89% of loan applications, and they don't tell you why. And so when you think about those three different aspects, it really is a formula for failure versus a formula for success. And so if you don't know why you're not getting qualified, if you understand if you don't get the funding, that there's high probability you're going to fail. And if failing in business also translates to failing in your personal life, it's a very risky proposition, not just for you as the particular business owner, but also for the bank. And so if you think about that, if one out of 5 businesses fail within the first year of operation, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, then you have to understand that it's a pretty risky operation, not just for the person looking to be in business, but also for the person that's looking to actually lend you money. Most businesses do fail, making the business lending space a very risky space. And so that's really where a company like ours will come into play. And so companies that are in the marketplace that will either present themselves as funding specialists or lenders or lenders that work with multiple banks to gain businesses access to capital, that's really where their value lies, because they can remove the guesswork on who to apply with and what to apply for, because what you don't know really does hurt you. As a matter of fact, in this world, it'll actually kill you. And so lenders who specialize in securing business credit and funding can get you business credit cards and access to funding that report only to the business credit reporting agencies. And this is super critical when it comes to separating your personal life from your business life, or your professional life for that matter. And so many business owners will use a joint strategy that we're going to talk about, where there's a combination of both personal credit being used as well as business. But many would love to find themselves in a situation where everything that's related to their business is strictly in their business's name, so they have no personal risk. And so that's one of the main benefits to having access to a business credit and funding platform. And this is something that could be huge for you, because most lenders don't even advertise who does this, in terms of only reporting to the business credit reporting agencies. And so another advantage for dealing with a company that deals with business credit and funding specialists is that they typically going to get you 3 to 5 times the approvals that you could get on your own. And so this is mainly because they know the sources to apply to. More importantly than where to apply, the order to apply in is probably most important. And they know how to time the application so that the credit issuers are not turning you down for something silly like the number of inquiries. And so very critical stuff. And probably the number one question that we get is, especially when it comes to business credit cards, is that when people have, decent credit, they say, well, isn't that something I can do on my own? Why would I, pay a company to help me with that? Can I accomplish that myself? And so they very quickly realize that it's a little more trickier than what may meet the eye, mainly because of the statistics that we talked about in the beginning of the conversation. A couple other quick advantages is that most companies that are in this space, they know what lenders are looking for. So they'll only take you to the places where, based on your unique profile, what you uniquely have going on, where you have the greatest chances of being approved. And so they know also which lenders offer what incentives. And so there may be certain things that's very important to you. If you're going to be successful in business, you need to get every advantage that you can. They also actually will know, not only how to get you money, but they'll also know how to get money that's also going to build your business credit at the same time. Now, that is extremely critical, because within a relatively short amount of time, roughly 3 or 4 months, you could literally create a newly established business credit asset that will get you even more money just by simply using a lender that focuses on business credit that's going to report to the business credit bureaus. So you can go out and personally sign for a business credit card using your social security number, and that not really be considered business credit and won't do anything to benefit you in terms of building a business credit asset that can stand on its own 2 feet. So what I'm going to do in closing, I'm going to transition and talk about the solution that we have in the marketplace that addresses all these different things, all the training topics we just talked about. We're able to secure and help you achieve all those things in one platform. And so our solution, we have more funding and business credit sources than anywhere else. We can actually help business owners to access money to grow their business, regardless whether they're a startup, an existing business, or have good or bad personal credit. This provides us the greatest access to funding sources anywhere else. Our platform does, which gives us the best chances of being able to get you approved. And so we're the first fully integrated platform dedicated to not only educating and coaching, but for the development of business credit and funding assets. And so we do all of that in one place. And so we have a proven step-by-step business credit building system that works every time and is a proven system for financial credibility. This is not about giving you access to funding. This is about getting you funding. And that's what our solution is designed to do. And so a couple of things make our platform unique and makes us stand apart from anything else in the marketplace. We're the only platform that's integrated with all 3 of the major credit reporting agencies on the business side. And so we're integrated with both Equifax, Experian, and Dun & Bradstreet, which means you can access your business credit profiles from our software. We have literally every legitimate business financing source available in one place. We have over 400 direct lenders, over 2,100 different lending options, and over 30 core funding products available inside of one place. And we're one of the only platforms in the marketplace that can get you immediate access to cash if you have what it takes to qualify. Our platform comes with a business credit coach to make certain that your business is compliant to today's lending standards. It comes with a licensed funding advisor that stays with your business for up to 5 years. Now, what does that mean for you? As your business asset continues to grow and become a bigger and better asset for you, then you will begin to be able to qualify for more and more funding. Well, instead of having to stop and figure out what things you can and can't qualify for, your licensed funding advisor, who gets paid by the bank for actually going out and finding you the funding that you're looking for, they'll be with you for 5 years and to help you achieve all your funding needs over that 5-year time span. And again, our platform is the only one that comes with a 50K guarantee by completing our process. And so very quickly, there are roughly 6 different steps for business credit and getting access to business funding. My goal is to let you know that there's a step-by-step process that each person will go through, from credibility to fundability to checking your business credit profiles, and what we talked about earlier, establishing vendor credit, then business credit, and then getting you access to funding. Not only is it a step-by-step, but there's an order that has to be going. And as a matter of fact, our platform will not allow you to proceed to move forward if the minimum requirements have not been met at the level that you're currently at. If you're at step 4, you can't go to step 5 without meeting the minimum criteria. And so getting started in a platform like ours, the very first thing that we encourage everyone to do is to review all the information, including our website, review the presentation, like a presentation that you're on tonight. Also, we actually to review a demo of our software. Once you've figured out that this is something that you think may be of benefit to you and your business, we have a free pre-qualification tool. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to go a lot into the details of that, but on the pre-qualification tool, it allows you to build a unique profile for your business that will actually show each and every aspect of your business to our licensed funding advisor, so they can go in and tell you what things need to be changed, what things need to be improved upon before we place you in front of a lender, which is absolutely critical. Because once you've been placed in front of a lender, you can't pull back and say, oh, I didn't mean for you to see that. Okay, so we want to make certain that all the things are already been done ahead of time, have our experts review your application by going through our pre-qualification process. And so whether you're choosing to get started in our personal funding platform using a combination of personal credit and business funding to launch your business, or to go through our business credit and funding platform, or maybe you have what it takes to go directly into our business finance option, you have the option of going through either of those routes. And so the person who invited you here can get you online with one of our experts, get you online with one of our funding advisors, our business credit coaches, once we've done your evaluation, tell you which of these different formats will be the right one to accomplish the goals that you're after. And so, you may have goals that take you down one pathway that it may require a combination of these solutions in order to help you achieve your goal. And so, very critical that you go through the funding evaluation. And so just very quickly, I'll give you a quick highlight. I'm just going to click through these slides. This kind of gives you an idea of what our business platform looks like in action. When you first sign into our platform, you'll get a video tutorial that walks you through each and every aspect of the funding process. You get access to a dashboard where you can actually access each of your credit reporting agencies. We build a business credit profile for you. So we ask you the questions necessary and you fill this information in. And what this does is it builds you a unique profile that our business credit coaches are going to tweak and our licensed funding advisors are going to utilize to find out which of the platforms in the marketplace you have the greatest chances of qualifying for. So it takes you through that process. It's very streamlined. It's no guesswork. It's a step-by-step process. And in each process, you have a video tutorial, a written tutorial that tells you why you need to complete this step and what this step is going to help you accomplish. The other thing is once you've filled the information in one time, it pre-populates any of the applications that you're going to go out and fill out, whether it's for a business credit card or a line of credit with Wells Fargo. You never leave our software for anything, including getting access to the capital. Everything can be done with an e-signature. So you're going to fill one application out. But when you go out to apply for multiple things, those fields are going to pre-populate, saving you both time, energy, and as a business owner, it's going to save you money. And so we go through all the requirements. We take you through the 20 different points of compliance to make certain that you have all the things necessary to be compliant to today's lending standards. We're then going to make certain that you're fundable. So we're going to check things out like, making certain that your business account has been open for a long enough time. Make certain that you understand everything that can be utilized as an asset. Do you have a 401k? Do you own real estate investment properties, or do you own equity in your home? All these things can make you fundable. And so we're going to get these questions answered. We're going to see which programs you pre-qualify for, and they're going to tell you up front, not only are these the programs that you pre-qualify for, but they're going to describe these programs to you in detail so that you know what the interest rates, the potential interest rates are, the repayment schedules, all the things that will normally be questions that you have to, wonder about or Google or try to get answers to. All those answers are provided for you inside of our funding platform, as you see in this back office. And so from accessing your business credit scores from the 3 credit reporting agencies on the business side to knowing which vendor credit accounts report to which bureaus and what things are required in order for you to qualify. Not only do we tell you where to apply, but we also tell you what's going to be expected in order for you to qualify for these things. And so we tell you specifically what you need to get approved. You need a DUNS number. You need to be in business for more than 30 days. You need 2 trade references and a bank reference. And that's going to qualify you for these particular accounts. The same thing is true for business credit. Whether you're applying for Staples or Office Depot, we have each of their underwriting guidelines, everything they're going to ask you for in order to qualify for those different business credit cards and or lines of credit. And then in the last step, we're going to come back and revisit funding. Now that you have a business credit asset, you're going to be more fundable than what you were than when we met you. And so this is going to give you access to the greatest chances of getting access to business credit and funding than anywhere else, which, again, as a business owner, not only do you want to get access to the funding, but you want to do it in the most simplest fashion possible that's going to save you both time, energy, effort, ultimately saving you money. And so that's what, every business owner is going to be after. So in closing, guys, if you take a look at how our platform stacks up against anything else in the marketplace, first and foremost, I would dare to venture to say that you won't find another company that does what our company does. If you do, please let us know. There may be somebody we may need to partner with, because we don't know of anything else in the marketplace that does what we do from an educational standpoint, from having all of the resources that we have available in one place, the largest supply of vendor and revolving business credit sources, the largest database of business lenders than anywhere else, access to Dun & Brad, Experian, and Equifax directly from our software, access to cash and business credit building right away. We give you a free DUNS number. We set you up with a free Dun & Bradstreet account, which if any of you guys have ever done that before, that can cost you upwards of $800. Cash funding in less than 60 days, guys. We have things that no one else has inside of our platform, and that is the reason why we are the premier source for businesses to access both business credit and funding. And so without rehashing through that again, if you're looking at the screen, I'm just going to highlight one other difference is that we're the only system that comes with certified business credit coaches as well as licensed funding advisors that will stay with you between 12 months and 5 years. Depending upon if it's a business credit coach, it's 12 months. The licensed funding advisor is 5 years. And we're the only program that comes with a 50K guarantee that if you complete our process and go through the necessary steps, you will get a minimum of 50K in business credit and funding. And so, guys, if you look at the value of that, our free DUNS number has over $1,000 in value. If you Google it out there to figure out how much a certified business credit coach to help you become compliant will cost you, it ranges from $1,000 to $2,500. For the sake of the example, we said only $1,000. A licensed 5-year licensed funding advisor costs you upwards of $7,500 by itself. We gave it a value proposition of $2,500. We come with a $50,000 guarantee. So if you add that up, that's roughly $55,000 in value that you get just by becoming a part of this particular platform. And so, obviously our cost for this program is a lot less